Quintin Liu passed 24 drivers in 9 laps. The Japanese driver having a fantastic performance. On board with Tommy van der Stroys. Van der Stroys is starting on the 3rd row. Let's take you through the starting lineup. Macaulay Bishop and Matthew Higgins go from row number 1. Kai Hunter and Ilya Papachena go from row number 2. Sean Butcher and our camera car, Tommy van der Stroys, is on row number 3. Then Hannes Uberfeld and Max Walton. On row number 5, Mark Koziev and Oliver Hodgson. Then it's the Lion, Harry Hannum and Austin Gale, followed by Marius Rose and Futa Kojima. Row number 8, Matteo Richter and Nolan Limori. Row number 9, Top Gun, Wes Gundler and Timothy Pernod. Row number 10, Joao Diniz and Luca Schlegel. On row number 11, Ashton Phipps and Gustavs Uzakovs. Row number 12 is Mohamed Al-Hassan and Ethan Thorne. Then we have Kamel Abdullah and Ji Han Chao, the first young lady to qualify for Chinese Taipei and the island of Taiwan. Then on row number 14, Varun Praveen and Peter Abu Keita from India and Lebanon, respectively. Miska Kaskinen and Juan Felipe Dia are next. The final few rows, Patrick Rasmussen, Isan Delgado, Clement Huerta Rab and Ratcharat Anathanakan. And watch out for Quintin Liu, Yuda Liu and Dalton Haynes on the back row of the grid. Spoke to Dalton in the post-race show last night. He said, I'm not happy with 18th. I need more.
He expects more, of course. He got some help from the British guys yesterday before that first heat over at Straub's, and it made a world of difference for him, as you can see.
Yeah, he did want me to point out he wanted to thank Paul Spencer at Strawberry Racing and Team UK for helping him with his engine.
For Dalton to have Lou back there with him. I mean, when you get two fast guys, not that you want to be back there, but you can almost come to the front together, and one guy can open the door for the other.
I think that's what they're trying. So they would have spoken, and they will be like, okay, because Dalton mentioned Quintin making so many moves. Now they know, okay, we're both fast. Let's be smart. We can do this.
Exactly.
Here we go. Into the tram lines. Bishop, Higgins, Hunter, Papachena, your top 2 rows. And they bring the speed up. Lights are green, we're off and racing. It's a good start from the poleman, Macaulay Bishop. Kai Hunter slots into second as we head down the back straight. Zach, I think if you can try and keep your eyes on Dalton Haynes and Quentin DeLue, we'll keep an eye on Tommy van der Stroys, making a good start in the camera car up into about 5th or 6th position. Once again, everyone through the first couple of corners cleanly, and Tommy van der Stroys has moved into P4, I think, or is that Elia Papachena? Yeah, it is Van der Stroys in 4th. Using the slipstream down in towards turn number 7. Ooh. Oh, somebody getting sideways. That's 311. That's Futa Kojima.
But
he saves it. Saves it well, though. Out towards, again, another clean start from the seniors.
It's always great to see when the drivers have clean starts like that. The respect level is high between these guys.
Yes, indeed. Van der Stroys having to defend from Elia Papachena. Hannes Uberfeld and Max Walton are next in line. We complete lap number 1. Now, this could be a good idea. He's defending. Watch somebody on the outside. I've got a feeling Tommy van der Stroys is about to be eaten alive going down towards turn number 2, although he does manage to hold on to 4th position. Defending into turn number 1 very rarely works.
Yeah, it's tough. If you defend there, you kind of make it tough for yourself in the next couple corners as you don't get the run, and you really got to get back to the inside quick for turn 2.
Now, Miska Kaskinen did not take the start, sadly. Quentin Liu up 6 places to 29th. Dalton Haynes up 2 places to 34th. They would have wanted a bigger first lap, wouldn't they?
Yeah, if you don't get that big first lap after that, it's really hard to pick them off one by one, especially when you have a group like this and everyone's blocking and making it hard. So that's definitely not what Dalton wanted. I believe he may be off. I don't think so.
There's somebody up at the top of the track there, in the middle of the track, trying to put their car back on to the circuit. But here we go. Van der Stroys. Now, just behind him, he's got to have Papachena. Also, we've got Oliver Hodgson now moving into the mix. There's Hodgson now driving for Team USA, although he gets passed by Walton. And look at the top 4 have managed to get a breakaway. That first corner it's a make or break corner. There's so many times that you think it's a great idea to make a move, but short-term gain, long-term loss.
Yeah, if you go in here, you risk leaving yourself open into. So you got to be smart about where you're going to make the move, and if you do, you really got to block the next corner.
So Van der Stroys looks to the outside on our camera cart with Higgins. Now he tries to cut up the inside of Matthew Higgins, although Higgins has the inside line now through turn 8 into turn number 9. No chance of breakaway. There's the Lion, Harry Hannum, in that bright yellow and black Team UAE race suit. Hannes Uberfeld a little bit further back. You can see in the insert there, that's what Tommy Van der Stroys can see. And that's Kai Hunter passing Macaulay Bishop. Bishop back to third. And Tommy Van der Stroys had to almost back out. Now Van der Stroys, you can see in the insert, looking to the inside. He's in the slipstream now. He's got Papachena. They all move to the inside line. Papachena is going to try and go around the outside of Van der Stroys. Can he do it on board with Van der Stroys at the insert? And there you can see Papacena's made it work. Great bird's eye view.
Always risky to run that outside move, but boy, is it rewarding when it pays off.
And I tell you what, Oliver Hodgson also made it through as well. But just look at that. Now, let's try and count this lead train. It's about 25 carts long. And does it include Dalton Haynes? No, it doesn't, only because he's up to 29th position. Does it include Quentin Liu? No, it doesn't, because Quentin Liu's out. Oh, it was Quentin Liu in the grass. So after a break, there's Bishop giving it back to Hunter. Thank you very much. Higgins is going to take advantage. Really glad that Team UK had this nice chat amongst each other. Yeah, it's creating some fantastic racing. Here we go. Tommy Van der Stroys, he's got Kai Hunter in front of him. Looks to the inside. Hunter defends. He's got to be now careful going around the outside. That's for 5th and 6th position. And here comes, that's Max Walton trying to make a move. The Aussies have just had one win earlier on. They're going for another win now.
Yeah, and I mean, these guys are all racing hard out there. That's why the group is like this at the moment. And as you saw with Kai, he got it back from his teammate. You're always going to get what you give out there. You know, everyone kind of remembers what's done to them, and they race each other the same way.
And Hodgson, meanwhile, has just calmly moved up into 3rd position. There's the experience of Oliver Hodgson. Hodgson, a Grand Finals champion back in 2013. And he's actually said he could go to Masters. Now, he doesn't want to. No, he's going to stay in there. But yeah, cool, calm, collected. We haven't seen Hodgson actually make a pass. He's been following other drivers through. As they battle, he just takes advantage. He's not the aggressor.
As we say that, he makes the move. He wanted to prove us wrong, Henry.
Exactly, and he makes the move, but doesn't get swallowed up by the slipstream.
He's a very smart driver. He knows where to place that car, where to be at the apex when you're going to make a pass. So when Ollie makes a pass, it's hard to...
Dalton Haynes, new fastest lap, a 101.63, and he's still, though, only in about 25th or 26th position is Dalton Haynes. That's the problem when drivers drive sensibly up at the front. Those that need a big race, it's just harder to get there.
Yeah, I think Dalton was hoping for a big fight, and I think he expected more of a big fight than this, so this must be tough for him at the moment.
There is a big fight. The problem is it's the wrong end of the grid for
exactly.
him as he tries to make his way up through the field. We've still got time, however. This is coming towards the end of lap 6 out of 9.
A lot could happen in a short time here.
People could say, in karting, 2 laps is an awfully long time. Now, there is Hodgson now having to defend from... You've got Higgins, and then you've got Papachena. There's our camera car, Van der Stroys, being passed by Austin Gale from Thailand. Harry Hannum is there in 10th. Max Walton is 9th. Uberfeld, Nolan Amore. Timothy Pernod, let's talk about Canada. That's a good drive from Pernod, the Canadian.
Yeah, Timothy's a great driver. I don't know how many times he's been here, but...
twice, I think, is Timothy.
Twice, yeah. So this, is his 3rd year. He's kind of more experienced with it, and... he's doing a great job so far. I mean, it's always hard work at this race, but he's doing great.
Harry Hannum has had an off. and has dropped back to 21st position from a place in the top 10. He also got an exclusion yesterday, which isn't going to help his chances. He was a top 12 driver in DD2 last year. Back in Brazil 2018, I think Harry Hannum was a top 5 driver. It's not looking clever for him now, however, as we start lap number 8 out of 9. There's Ilya Papachena at the front of this group. Hodgson passes, Hodgson defending from Higgins. Macaulay Bishop has done what virtually nobody else has been able to do and pull a gap in the race lead.
I think Oliver knows right now, Hodgson, that he doesn't have quite the pace that Bishop does, so he's just holding on to second, defending, and keeping a smart drive for the moment.
Into turn number 7 now as we head into the closing stages of this race. There's Hodgson with Higgins battling over second. Higgins to the inside of Hodgson up on the curb, backs out of it, smart move. Yeah. The door was half open, but Matt Higgins could see it closing and decided, discretion, the better part of valour. Kai Hunter, meanwhile, having to defend from Sean Butcher. Butcher, again, the quiet man of the British team, is always there or thereabouts and finds himself in 6th position. Walton, Gale, Lamori, Uberfeld. There goes Max Walton on the outside line. We're now on the final lap. This is where Hodgson's got to start backing everybody up. Yeah. He doesn't want just Higgins and Papachena behind him. He now wants 5 or 6.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, he's...
Because that help. How does that help Oliver Hodgson? By
he could back up the
up?
Group and the guy behind him into the group, and that will give him a gap, and then he could get some breathing room and maybe just open up the last 2 corners without having to stress.
Yes, but of course, so slowing down could actually be a better tactic because, again, you don't want Higgins and Papachena only focusing on you. You want them focusing on the 4 or 5 other drivers that are right there nipping away at your heels.
Yeah.
But it's going to be another win for Team UK. Macaulay Bishop had to make one hard move to take the lead, and once that was done, he was able to put away. Sometimes you have to do that. You have to make the move that won't necessarily make you popular, but it will give you the gap that you need for your race.
Yeah, if you look at a lot of the good drivers, at times they're not very well liked. I mean, I know when I was racing full time, it was tough to make friends, but if you're doing what you got to do out there and the results are coming, then I'm sure you stick to what you're doing.
Oh dear, we just saw the remnants of Harry Hannum's kart, the Lion. Oh, he's had a bad day. I think, unfortunately, the Lion could be put back into captivity for the final. It's not been so. He's one of the most successful drivers in the history of the UAE Rotax Max Challenge, is Harry Hannum. But it's not gone well for him this week. Here's a look at your unofficial top 10. Bishop, Hodgson, Higgins, Papachena, Hunter, Walton, Gale, Butcher, Lamori and Uberfeld. We'll look briefly at the second thing, looking at some names there. So Pinot 13th, Dalton Haynes up to 20th, Top Gun Wes Gundler in 14th. So Dalton's now going to think, hopefully he hasn't got a nose cone, and hopefully a few drivers in front of him have.
Yeah, I saw him getting hit pretty hard on the start in turn 3, so that may not be good news for him. He's, like you said, hoping he doesn't have a nose cone, but if he doesn't, that's